Dundalk TV is with Bill, and we are at the District 7 Town Hall meeting. And Bill, you were just speaking at the meeting, and you told a story about something that recently happened to you and your family, and you shared that information with Todd Crandall and County Executive Oshesky. So please tell our Dundalk TV viewers what kind of a problem that you were experiencing.
It basically started off as, simple juveniles breaking into cars, going through, taking what they can get for it, whether it was for drugs or, they just wanted the money or whatever it was, to the point now to where I've had stolen cars parked in front of my house. I've had, just last Saturday night, a lit flare from one of these kids actually thrown at my house and hit my house right where my kids sleep at. And it's to the point now where I'm fed up with it. I've called the police department. I've asked for more patrols. I've asked for, increased, patrols in the area overnight to kind of help with the situation. And I basically got, all right, we'll send a unit out, and they make it pass down one road and you never see them again. So it's just frustrating. Okay,
so you grew up in the area, so you've seen a change, what is happening in the Essex community. You said you also have been to the Dundalk side too, so you've seen Dundalk and Essex, the different changes in our communities.
I have. I mean, I've been here for, my parents bought the house back when I was 5 months old, so 43 years. My parents lived here, I've lived here. I used to go back and forth to Dundalk all the time. I used to hang out with people in Dundalk. I mean, Dundalk's got its good perks right now, and Essex got its good perks, but it seems like it's a lot more down perks than anything right now.
Well, I've heard somebody else that the trying to break into cars is such a big problem. Someone locally had recently told me that they have taken anything of value out of their car, and they leave their car unlocked because they don't want somebody breaking their window and destroying it. They just get into the car now, rifle through it, and he's hoping that they realize that he's not leaving anything in there, and pretty much they'll leave his vehicle alone. But that's how often it's happening. Do you have any idea why they threw the flare at your house? Why they particularly came to your house and did that?
Well, according to my wife, she thinks we're targeted. A couple weeks ago we had a parked car in front of our house during a snowstorm, and I was working, and wife called the cops the next day. Cops ran the plates, come back to whatever vehicle that was, but then they ran the VIN number, and the VIN number came back stolen. So what they're doing is they're stealing plates off of cars that are the same make and model, putting them on, moving them to these neighborhoods, parking them, next day coming and getting them. I think my wife thinks that we were targeted because she had the car towed.
But there's a lot of people that are afraid to come forward and talk about this stuff, and even point this out to the police and everything. So you seem like you and your wife seem like you're willing to come forward and say there's a problem, and maybe that's why you're being targeted.
I mean, my wife's she's more of a pacifist. She really doesn't get involved with this. Me, being a former Marine, I have no problem confronting someone. I have no problem taking care of business. I have no problem protecting my family. So, it's gotten to the point where, the lit flare hit my house where my kids sleep at, to the point where I'm ready to start taking business in my own hands right now.
Well, you have to protect your family, and that's fully understandable. What would you like to see the county executive and Todd Crandall do to help resolve the situation for you and keep you from taking those steps?
I'd like to see a program where these kids can go and, even if it's only a couple hours a night, have somewhere where they can go and kind of let out their frustrations, or if it, any kind of bad behavior, they can go and seek counseling, or something that can help these kids and see that crime doesn't pay and it's not going to work out for them.
And as you had said in the meeting, that the kids are just getting a slap on the wrist. Nothing's really happening to them. They're not being put into any kind of program or anything like that to keep them busy and maybe see a different way. So that's very important. Would you be willing to participate in a group like that?
I work with kids now. I mean, I've been coaching soccer for 13 years now. I've been working with rec kids, as far as all the way up to club kids right now. I mean, I love working with kids. I love trying to help them. I love watching them try to succeed, and just seeing them blossom into adults and being successful, and it's just satisfying.
Yeah, so you want to see the kids grow up in a good community and going down the right path.
Right.
Well, thank you very much. We hope that you do get the help that you need.
Thank you.